YouTube, what is going on, guys? It is yours truly, the Miracle Man, back bringing you another Road to 1,000 Platinum. Join us on the journey. Today, though, we have a brand new series that I'm introducing to the channel that I like to call Back to Plat. The way this series is going to work is basically games that I have either completed the story for, or games that I have either over 50% of the trophies for are going to qualify for this series. And the first game I'm introducing into this series is Resident Evil Zero. There are a total of 48 trophies in this game, 32 of which were bronze, 14 are silver, 1 gold, and of course we have our platinum trophy. And at the time of recording this video, there were 6 common, 21 rare, 5 very rare, and 16 ultra rare, including our platinum trophy. And as always, guys, as I go throughout this trophy list, there is going to be a spoiler warning in effect because I will be talking about moments throughout the campaign and the trophy list which may contain spoilers. So if you guys haven't played Resident Evil Zero yet and don't want to get spoiled, this is your spoiler warning in effect now. And without further ado, let's jump into the first game in this series, Back to Plat. Now, going into this game, I already had over half the trophies taken care of. However, on my normal run, I did want to focus on a couple of trophies. The ones that I got were the Here I Come to Save the Day trophy, where you have to basically stop a zombie from grappling either one of your partners. This is a very easy trophy, and I got it very, very early in the game. The next 2 trophies I got on the list were Combine every type of herb with each other to get Find Time to Combine, and green is the color where I got the trophy for using a green chemical. And of course, the final 2 trophies that I got in my run were File-O-File and Allergic to First Aid Spray. The File-O-File trophy I got for reading every single file. They're not in incredibly hard places. Most of them are just laying around on the ground when you're walking in rooms. So if you explore the area consistently, you will get this trophy no problem. And the Allergic to First Aid Spray trophy was just finishing the game without using a first aid spray. This trophy is not hard. Like I said, you can use the green chemicals, you can use any type of herbs. The only thing you can't use is the first aid spray, and you'll get that trophy to pop. So after I finished the main game, I had to jump into the side game. There were 2 of them. The first one I jumped into was Leech Hunter, where I got the trophy trying out new things for playing Leech Hunter. Leech-shaped hole in my heart, which is finishing Leech Hunter with a rank E or above, and a weird interest in leeches for finishing Leech Hunter with a rank A or above. And then I did have to do 1 more run in Leech Hunter for the trophy Who Needs Partners, where you have to collect all of only 1 color of the leech charms. This trophy is not that hard, but it is a little kind of misleading and devious. When you pick up a leech in Leech Hunter, you cannot drop it, meaning that you can't get all the trophies in 1 Leech Hunter run. You're going to have to play it a minimum of 2 times. After that, I jumped right into my Wesker mode, which was the second mode of the game that I had to finish in this game, where I got 3 trophies in this run, the first being 20/20 Vision, where I had to kill 50 enemies with Wesker's Death Stare at full charge. You'll get this way before you finish the game, even if you are speedrunning it, so there is no worries on that front there. I also decided to be a little bit ballsy here and combine the Save Your Prayers trophy with this, where you have to finish the game without saving, and this was one of those trophies that I thought was really going to be difficult, but on Wesker mode, it's actually not that hard, and I actually recommend that you do it on Wesker mode. You'll have the infinite ammo, you'll have the Magnum, you'll have the Death Stare, you'll have everything that you need to get you through that no problem. And then I had to get 1 cleanup trophy in this run called That's Officer Chambers to You, where you have to defeat every single boss in the game using Rebecca except for Centurion. That is the centipede-like enemy that grabs her after you pick up the red key in the facility. So I made sure that Billy wasn't attacking the bosses at all this time around, and I was able to get the trophy to pop. I didn't do this personally as well, but I also heard that if you move Billy with the right stick at any point during any of the boss fights, it also voids the trophy. I don't know if this is true or not. I would just recommend that you put Billy on solo and don't let him do anything around the bosses, and just kind of keep him away from as many boss fights as you can. Most of the fights you're going to be doing with one character anyway, but for the ones that you have to do with two people, try your best to keep Billy away from all the action so he doesn't get hit, and make sure he doesn't shoot at that boss whatsoever to avoid the chance of that trophy being voided. Now, the entire reason that you had to beat this game mode is to put on the Team Wesker costume to get the Welcome to Team Wesker. It's a fun trophy. There's nothing really much to it, though. You just have to put the costume on. So it's not a hard trophy at all. It's just getting to that point that's kind of tedious. And the final trophy that I got on my Wesker run that I decided to do was to defeat Mimicry Marcus for the first time using just a knife. Two things you have to keep in mind with this. This does not mean the first Mimicry Marcus. This is any Mimicry Marcus in the game that can spawn. Any of them. It doesn't matter which one it is, just any of them will do, and that's it. You must do it with just the knife, and you will get the trophy, I have the touch to pop. The next thing I had to do after that was my normal run playthrough, where I got the trophy, This is Serious Business, for finishing the game without using a recovery item. This includes the green chemicals as well. This is definitely going to be the second hardest trophy in the game for me. I don't really know how else to explain this besides the fact that you have to go through the entire game without taking any damage, essentially. But if you take a hit, you can't heal at all. So you essentially have to play the first and second part of the game essentially perfect, or you have to restart your save in fear of not being ready for the final boss when it comes down to it. Keep in mind, you still have infinite ammo if you did the Leech Hunter correctly and got S rank. So if you did all that, this trophy is not difficult. And because I did that, I was able to get that trophy, This is Serious Business, to pop pretty easily. And at the same time, I got the S is for Stars trophy to pop as well, where you have to finish the game with rank S. S rank is only available in normal and hard difficulties, so make sure you guys keep that in mind when you're doing this game. And another trophy I get to pop at the same time as that is the Obtain All Weapons trophy. And you only get the rocket launcher for getting S rank and finishing the game under 2.5 hours. Actually, I think it's 3.5 hours. That's when you get the trophy, Obtain All Weapons, and the trophy, I Could Shoot You Now. Now, this part of the run is where my frustration came in, where I had to do the trophies Winged Spawn of Satan and Zero to Hero. But I did this on hard mode, because on hard mode, the boss is so annoying anyway that you're going to get 16 bats, most likely, if not pretty close to it, without even trying on that boss fight, just because you have to kill the bats because of the way the aiming mechanic features in this game. The way the aiming mechanic works is that if there's a zombie or an enemy in the room and you aim in, it will automatically aim at that enemy. This is to save you from the camera angle stuff and anything else that you might run into where that is a good thing. I want to point out that that is a very good thing for the entire rest of the game. But for this boss specifically, there's so many enemies and bats flying around that you're constantly locking onto a different enemy and you can't focus on one enemy at a time. So on hard difficulty, you're going to have to be killing a ton of those bats. And that's how I got essentially this trophy to spawn, was killing a crap ton of those bats in the hard difficulty. Just save yourself any extra stress and just do it on hard difficulty. And that brings us to the final trophy that we got from Zero to Hero. Now, I want to point out, I got all the way to the final boss of this game. All the way to the final boss. And I didn't have enough ammo to kill the final boss. I don't understand how. I had 8 magnum rounds, 3 grenade launcher shots, 30 handgun ammo, and 7 shotgun bullets. And it wasn't enough to get the second part of the boss fight to start, where Rebecca has to open the roof to get the sunlight in on the big enemy. I had to start the game completely over on hard difficulty. This time around, I followed a guide. So I got all the way back to the end of the game, and I was so distraught and so frustrated with this game that when I finally got the trophy to pop, it was just pure happiness. Please, no glitches, no more glitches. I can't celebrate yet because I gotta make sure that it popped first. I've done this too many times. Please. I've suffered enough with this game. Yes! Oh, Fuck me. Fuck. Yeah. That better give me the greatest platinum pop ever. I better see that shit in my dreams. That was so much more stress than it needed to be. And look at Rebecca. Look at Rebecca looking at me. This trophy's annoying and she knows it. Look at her looking at me with those goddamn eyes. And you know the fucked up part? This is only the first of 11 games in this journey. Oh, God, what have I gotten myself into? This game's platinum sucks. There's no other way to put it. It just sucks. Everything that I hate having to do in a platinum trophy is in this platinum trophy, and it sucks. You have to do multiple runs. Those runs don't stack, so you have to do multiple different runs. There's certain things you can't get till the end of the campaign, which means more runs. There are boss-related trophies that are annoying as hell. There are speedrun tied trophies. There are side trophies for different game modes. There are costume and collectible trophies. Anything that you can think of that's tedious in a platinum trophy, this game had it. From a gameplay perspective, I'm giving this game a 6 out of 10. The story's good. I love the tie-in to Resident Evil 1 at the end. It's great. But I am going to give the platinum a 1 out of 10. And I wanted to give it a 0, but I just can't. I can't. I'm a platinum hunter, and getting that platinum is still so good. So I'm giving it a 1 out of 10, guys. This platinum sucks. It's tedious. It's annoying. I don't like it. I will say I'm much more excited for my next game, Resident Evil 1. I've only played the intro to Resident Evil 1. My dad played it a lot. I know how the game ends. I know about everything and the betrayal and all that, of course, because I played the rest of the Resident Evils. But I have never played through Resident Evil 1 myself. So I'm going to be going through Resident Evil 1 with a fresh mind, and I think it's going to be absolutely incredible. And hopefully you guys will enjoy it. And we're going to be cruising through these Resident Evil games. I'm hoping to have a Resident Evil game out every 3 days, or excuse me, a Resident Evil video out every 3 days from here on out. So hopefully I can do that. And in a week and a half, I'm going to start Resident Evil 4. I know it comes out on Thursday, which is tomorrow at the time of recording this video. But I do not want to rush this game. I do not want to rush these games. I don't want to rush the videos out and just put them all out at once. I don't want to do that because I did that with the Harry Potter videos, and I feel like those videos weren't as good as they could have been because I was rushing through them to get them out in time for Hogwarts Legacy. So I don't want to do that again with Resident Evil. So I'm going to take my time. We're going to do Resident Evil 1, Resident Evil 2, Resident Evil 3, and then we will jump into the Resident Evil 4 remake. And then after the Resident Evil 4 remake, we're going to take a trip back down memory lane and go to the Resident Evil 4 game to get all the trophies for that one. And then after that, we will jump right on into the rest of the Resident Evil games, Code Veronica, and 5 through 9, and Revelations 1 and 2. But I'm really excited to jump into Resident Evil 1, so that one's going to be an absolute blast. I can't wait for that one. However, guys, I hope you enjoyed the brand new series that I started today, Back to Plat. I will be doing more of these games down the line, games like Kingdom Hearts, Crash Bandicoot, God of War, Assassin's Creed, Uncharted. There are so many series that I've started, I just never got around to platinuming or finishing. And so with this channel, I really feel like I have the opportunity to go back and do those games while getting the platinums as well. So if you guys want to take a look at any of the games that are on my account, I will leave my gamer tag in the description below. You guys can either go to PlayStation profiles, or if you guys have a PlayStation yourself, you can go and look me up. Take a look at my trophy list, see which games you guys would like me to platinum. I have my schedule set till essentially the beginning of May, maybe even the end of May. But I will say throughout the month of May, I'm going to be doing the God of War franchise. And I've only played the first game in that franchise, a little bit of it. So I'm excited to go through that whole franchise, especially the newer ones. I haven't touched those newer ones yet. So I'm excited to see the story and get into all that. Series that we're going to be doing after Resident Evil is indeed going to be Star Wars. We're going to be jumping through every single Star Wars game in preparation for Jedi Fallen Order, including a game that I'm going to be putting on the Back to Plat, Jedi Fallen Order 1, because I did already platinum the game on PS4, but I want to do it again on PS5. So I just want to do it again That's going to be one of the few games that I have 2 of the same plat for. But however, guys, that is going to bring us to the end of this first Back to Plat video. I hope you guys enjoyed this new series. Like I said, if you guys want to take a look at those games and put them in the comments section below, let me know which one you want me to do next after I do God of War. I am 100% down for that, so let's do it. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like, comment, subscribe button, hit that bell notification so you guys get notified every time a new video goes live on this channel. And as always, guys, this was your boy, the Miracle Man, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.
They tell me that I'm never gonna make it. They want me to do something that can make sense. They hate when I keep dreaming I'll be famous, but I don't give a fuck, I'ma keep chasing. They tell me that I'm never gonna make it. They want me to do something that can make sense. They hate when I keep dreaming I'll be famous, but I don't give a fuck, I'ma keep chasing. I think this life could be